Well, there's our Peregrine Falcon. Just a calling. She's calling to the mate. One male flew by and she's been calling to him. I think he's over on the other building now. Oh, gonna scratch up. We'll really get to hear her call. Oh yeah, our resident Peregrine Falcon just a chattering away today. She says, "Where are you? Come on back over here." But I think he's over on the other building. And she's definitely enjoying talking. She run the bald eagle out of the area earlier. I think she's got a duck stashed all the way over about a block away. She took off of her ladder, went over there and started dive bombing the eagle and running him completely out of the area. And now she's come back over here and is talking to the mate. Oh, we'll just keep an eye on her for a bit. Oh, and there she goes to join him. Look at her go. All right. So everything is settled down now. The Interloper bald eagle's been run out of the area and she's back on her perch and everybody knows who's in charge here. Yeah, what a great bird. There she goes. Now she's going after the red tail. He's over on the other building. There she's dive bombing the red tail. He's on the edge. She wants him out of there. She'll come in on him again. He's on the other building. Boy, she's giving that red tail something. Here she'll come again. The red's wondering what's happening here. Yeah, she just chased the bald eagle away and now she's after the red-tailed hawk. She'll want him in her area. She's back over here on her perch. She's having a good time letting everybody know whose area it is. And we're at the Boeing Aerospace building, a resident Peregrine Falcon. All right. Well, all seems to have settled down now. And we'll call that good. Well, let's see what she does here. She's going to clean up her feet a little bit. Roust her feathers. She's had a good flight. Well, how about that? We got all them great calls. Got her chasing the bald eagle out of the area. And then she comes over and gets through that red tail. So here we are. Alrighty then, we'll see what else is going on. Alright, both peregrines are here again. I believe this one's the male. He's on the corner. He's on his head markings are a little bit lighter than hers. He's preening up. She's on her ladder and just kind of sunning, so he's scratching up a little bit. So the male's here on a visit. I've seen him a week or so back. Anyway, got good sunshine today. It's kind of cool, and he's watching what's going on in the pond and preening up. I've been seeing a lot of ducks and geese in the area. I came down. We're happy to find this guy. We'll just watch him for a little bit. Right on the corner, so we got some great calls the other day. The female was running the eagle and a red tail out of the area, and she was calling and dive bombing the red tail. And so we thought we'd come down today and check, and here we are. Found the male on the corner and female up on her ladder, so check on her in a little bit. We'll just watch this guy. He's busy. Yeah, he's looking around, checking out all the activity in the area. Female's up on her ladder perch, but she's at the back far corner. We'll see if we can get a view of her. I'll back off a little bit. We'll try to scan in on her. We're always excited when we find both of them here. There's her ladder. Just barely see her in the back corner. Try to get up here a little more. Oh yeah, you see her breast feathers. There you go. She usually sits on the front, but today she's on the backs. Yeah, something flew by. It looked like an airplane. He's just sitting tight. There we go. All right, there he goes. Now they're interacting together. They're going to flying and calling. Here they go. She landed up there. Okay, he's coming in close on the corner. He landed on the corner and she's on the west side of the building. Yeah, they're just having a little interaction here. I'll come in on him. There you go. There's one of them there. Just landed there, enjoying it. Now back off. See where the other one went. Could be right here in the center here. All right. They've been sitting up there just kind of enjoying each other's company. She's looking over there where he landed. She's not giving up her favorite spot. He's got to sit on the corner. That's her here. Oh yeah. I'll go over there and see if I can find him now. There we go. Oh, watch our Peregrine. Maybe he'll take off here. You can see right over at the pond. Doesn't look like it has a full crop, so probably on the hunt yet. Oh yeah. Checking everything out here. There we go. I thought she was going to take off here. Come back in, checking out all the markings. There we go. Beautiful black stripes on the breasts there. Nice markings under the eye. Fairly light-breasted there. Oh yeah. Well, maybe thinking about chasing one of these birds. We got a lot of ducks on the pond today. As you can see by the feathers, got quite a breeze. Well, how interesting is that? Two Peregrine Falcons on the Boeing Aerospace building. How lucky can you get? Oh yeah, look at there he goes. Oh yeah. See her foot there? She had that stretched out a little bit. You hear the ducks calling in the background. She likes that perch there. She can see everything. It's high up and oh yeah, there she goes after a duck. A duck made the false move and there she goes. Well, the male's back today. He was on the corner of the building. She's about halfway in the middle. They took out and ran an eagle out of the area again. A bald eagle. Now she's come back and landed on her perch. I don't know where he went. We'll check on him a little bit. She's bobbing her head, and she may be in the duck hunting mode today. This is the perch she uses to sail off and catch them ducks. Doesn't look like her crop is full today. So I'll keep a close eye on her a little bit. going to preen up, and we'll see if she takes out after a duck. Got some pretty good lighting. You see all the bars on her feathers and everything. Looks good. But they were both on the building, and then they took out after the eagles, so I don't know where the male is right now. I'm going to check around. Alrighty. Oh yeah, now he's looking up. He just landed. We know this one's the male because he's 1/3 smaller. When they're both together on the building, you can really tell. Oh yeah, he's just looking up there. But he's all excited about that flight they had chasing that eagle. So yeah, she came back first, went up on the ladder, and she's 1/3 bigger than him, and he's over here. But when you see them side by side on the building, you can really see the difference in size. And he's a little lighter because he's a male Peel's Peregrine, and they don't have the buff color, and they has little dark specks up there by the eye patch, and she doesn't have that because she's an Anodums. Now the male that was here a couple years ago was an Anodums, and he has markings on his head look like a football helmet. It's a little bit different. So this is a different male this year. So but anyway, we don't know where he sleeps. She sleeps on the building every night, but he may be over on the other building. Alright, we'll keep an eye. It looks like he's done preening now. Oh yeah, he wants to finish up his preening. He keeps looking over at the female. She's on her ladder preening up. It's a nice sunny day and they're enjoying it. They had a good flight. Oh, there he goes under the wing. Had a good flight chasing that bald eagle out of the area. So they're all happy with themselves. They paired up as a team and did a good job. And now it's maintenance time on the feathers. Oh yeah, he's got some beautiful markings. Love that yellow around his eye and slate gray markings on his back and his feathers. We've been seeing a few ducks come in. There's a few of them swimming around, but haven't made a pass at the ducks yet. I'll be watching. He's going to get his feathers all preened up and then probably go hunt together and see what they can do. But they work really good as a team. I've seen them on the other side of the river, and they do really good. There he's showing us his profile a little bit. Kind of turned into a camera hog. Look at him. Now you hear that truck with the backup whistle. That doesn't bother them a bit. They hang around here all the time. They're used to all those sounds. So, but this is their domain. They protect it from interlopers like bald eagles and red tails. They keep them out of the area, and then they maintain their hunting area. Alright. Oh yeah, he's going to preen some more. Look at this guy. He wants to get everything all squared away. We like that. That's always interesting. Oh yeah, he's going to stretch now, see? Look at that foot and wing. My goodness. Yeah, he's stretching everything out. Just like a jogger, getting all the tendons and muscles squared away. He likes a good stretch. Alright. A lot of times they do that just before they take off on their little flight, but I think he's just taking her easy. We like it. We got sunshine like this. It makes it great for the bird watching here. Oh yeah. Now he's looking over towards the other way here. He's checking everything out again. I can see that eye with that yellow on it. That looks really neat. We like that. It makes the eye appear really big. It's kind of an illusion. Because we think the yellow is like the whites of our eyes, but it's not. That's just around his eye socket. Alright, now they'll probably fly. They relieve themselves. Usually they take off a little bit. Seems to be their habit, you know. He's looking over at her, and okay, I think he's going to do it here. There he goes. Alright, he's off. Looks like she's getting intent now. Maybe wanting to take out after something here pretty quick. And there she goes. Coming right over me. Look at her go. There's our male peregrine falcon. Just had a great flight with the female, and he flew over here on his perch. She's over on hers, on her ladder. And we were kind of excited about it. She was sitting up on the ladder stretching, then she took off and came around the building, and there he was. They were flying together and just kind of touch and go off the building and sail around, flew over the pond, circled around, and he came back here and she's over on her perch. And we're all excited when we find him because we don't see him that often. A couple of years ago he used to sleep below on this ladder right under the building here, so but I think he's found a different place to sleep at night now, so but it's a great spot. Come down here in the afternoon. Now we found our pair of peregrines today. There he is, looking down a little bit. But she looks like she's already eaten. Now he doesn't look that full, so last time I found them together she was sharing a duck or something with him up on the top of the building, so maybe that's why he's here, to share in the food, because he doesn't look like he has much eaten today. She's full. She's completely full. Alright. Alright, still looking over towards the pond. We're hoping to see a duck hunt here. And he's kind of looking over towards her perch, so there he's looking kind of this way now. Oh yeah. If we get a little movement here, he might look this way, see? He's got very good eyes, will catch his attention here. Alright, he's looking over this way now. Now you can see the markings on his head. Look at that, looking right down at us. He's thinking about these ducks. The ducks are kind of behind him. There he's looking over towards the pond again. What a handsome bird. This is a Tearsell peregrine falcon. That's the male. 1/3 smaller than the female. A little more than that now because she's full. Just kidding, of course. But she's already fed, so he's waiting to share in whatever the kill was, and it might have been a duck. They get a lot of ducks here on the pond. Alright. Well, we'll see if we can zoom in on her then. Well, here's our peregrine. She's on her favorite perch there. They got some plastic caps on the end of these pipes. It's real comfortable on her feet. She's on top of that high ladder on the Boeing Aerospace building, and it looks like she's got a full crop. So she had success hunting today. It's been warm and nice, so we've been coming down a little later now. We've been missing her in the morning. She goes off hunting, and well, every day about 3:30 she's back here on the Boeing Aerospace building, so we thought we'd come down, and sure enough, here she is. Well fed and happy. And in the morning she hunts from this position also, and because the sun is on her back and the ducks are on the pond, so they're looking at her right into the sun, and when she comes sailing out she has the advantage. And we did see where she killed a duck one day, and we saw her hunting and make about 4 passes that one day, so that was kind of interesting. This is our peregrine falcon, the resident, the Boeing Aerospace building, and we enjoy every time we find her. But if you look at her crop now, it's all swelled out, so she ate something large, so maybe she bagged another duck. She's has no trouble getting them. We know several ducks she's gotten so far, so she's just kind of taking it easy now, looking down here, enjoying that golden sun now. It's in the afternoon, the sun is low in the horizon. It's looking good for her. She's smacking her beak a little bit. Oh yeah, gonna stretch. Look at that, showing off them feathers in her leg. Oh my goodness. They got size of them feet. See, those are made for catching them birds and ducks. In fact, her other name is Duck Hawk because she's very efficient at it. There she's cleaning up a little bit. Got that tail fanned out some more, showing us her good stuff. Well, we'll just see what she's up to here. Now you can see how tight their feathers are on her back and how long her wings are compared to the tail. When she settles down, her tips of her wings come almost to the tip of her tail. And She's just a perfect flying machine, the fastest creature on the planet. It's been recorded up to 275 miles an hour in a dive, so. But we mentioned that before, and now you can see the size of her beak and her profile, length of her tail and her wings there. Alright, we'll give her a little break here. Well, here we are down by the Boeing Aerospace facility, and this is the Peregrine Falcons address. Right here on the corner of 59 Place South and South 204th Street, where they put in the new warehouses just down from the KOA campground. Oh yeah, the trucks are firing up now. They're shutting some of them down, firing a few of them up. Oh yeah, they got her leg out. Got her preen a little bit. How's that for a happy camper? Look at the size of those feet and talons. No wonder she can catch them ducks, huh? It's a resident Peregrine Falcon at the Boeing Aerospace building, Kent, Washington. Oh yeah. Reaching around the back now. Preen up them feathers. Oh yeah. Working on there. Stretch that foot back out. See what she's up to here. Fan that tail out and stretch now. Look at that, would you? Look at the size of them feet. Beautiful bird. Yep, that's our Peregrine Falcon. Oh yeah, we'll watch her preen up a while here. She's had a busy day, so now she just kind of little maintenance on her feathers. Now she's fluffing out her breast feathers and reaching back in here between her wings. Oh yeah. How good is that? She's gonna put on a little show here. I can see under her tail, see all the fine stripes and markings. My goodness. Well, we certainly like that. They have kind of a buff color, then they have the light feathers with the dark stripes there, you can see on her thighs. Sometimes when they sleep, they put their head right between the wings there in the back. But she's busy on a cleanup now. Oh yeah, she's getting right in there. Beautiful markings. There's her head. You can see the underside of her tail a little bit here. Oh yeah. Getting everything cleaned up. Got her eyelid shut there. You see a fuzzy feather floating away. She wants to get everything squared away here. My goodness. See her from this angle, doing a makeover here. Oh yeah. She hears a noise or another bird, she'll pay close attention. Still finishing up here. Just working in there and getting it all squared away. See what she's going to do here. Working on that wing now. She looks pretty content. Now she's going to do the breast feathers a little bit. I like it watching when she preens. Keep Keeps her feathers all oiled up, all straightened out. She likes this perch. It must be a cap on it. It must be comfortable on her feet because she sits there every day. I mean, she just likes it there. Alright, looks like she's kind of going to get under her wing now, see? There you go. Draw them through her beak there and get them all straightened out. Getting under there. It's a peregrine falcon in the middle of a preening session. Oh yeah, getting under there now. She's a busy gal. She got a little feather that time. Now going back here on the front side a little bit. Scratching up. Checking out her foot and her talon. Let's get everything squared away. Back over here on the back side. Kind of peeking out there a little bit. Oh yeah. She's getting every spot she can now once everything's straightened out. A little fuzzy feather on her breast there blowing in the breeze. There, she got her head cocked back just a preening away around her crop. And back here on the side again. Alright. Oh, she's busy. All squared away here. Well, here's the address of the Boeing Aerospace Pond, Kent, Washington. This is the great bird watching area. They got the pond with all the birds, different kinds. And on the building, the peregrine falcon sleeps every night. So we're going to check around. Well, here's the Boeing Aerospace building and the Boeing Aerospace Pond. This is where all the ducks are, and this is where the peregrine sleeps every night on the building. I'll zoom in, see if we can see her. That chocolate stripe next to the corner here with the whitewash. And yep, there she is at the top of that silver stripe there. And there she is. Kind of on her favorite perch, just kind of watching everything that's moving on the pond. Alright, well, we'll check around, see what we can see here today. Definitely thinking about hunting. Sharp, look at her, yep. Very intent. They start bobbing their head, you know, they're really planning their strategy. There she is. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's thinking about it right now. Here she goes, watch this, there she goes. I think she's gonna go, yep, and away she goes. Circling right over my head now, going over. There she's calling. Oh, she's greeting somebody. Yeah, another falcon came in. They're talking. E-chirping, listen to that. She's all excited about it. That might be her mate showed up. Oh yeah, he's flying right ahead. She sees him. Yep, the mate's come back. How about that? She's all happy about that. There she is. She landed over here by the ladder. That's why it's reunion time. There she is. She's really happy. E-chirping and calling now. Look at that. He's high in the sky above me. Oh yeah. Well, she is really happy the mate has now shown up. You can hear her. That's the E-chirping, that's their greeting. Oh yeah, he's still above the corner of the building circling. Oh yeah, happy day here at the Boeing Aerospace building, a Peregrine Falcon reunion. Here he comes circling around the corner again. He's in the air and she's on the perch here. Alright. Come in a little more. There we are. She's right on the edge of the building. He isn't far. She flew right over the pond and greeted him. Two Peregrine Falcons on the Boeing Aerospace building. How lucky can you get? Oh yeah, look at there he goes. Now we'll see where he goes. Well, we got the two Peregrines at the Boeing Aerospace building. I'll try to zoom in on the one in a regular spot. And there she is. This is our resident female. And the other one was on the corner of the building and just flew over on the roll-up door. So I'll back off, see if I can pick up on that. That's over on this side a little bit. And there's our roll-up door. That's where that one landed. There we go. This is where they stash their food, so maybe getting something to eat here. Well, the fact that this falcon landed here tells me this bird's been here before, so I'm not sure what's going on, if it's the male or what, but this bird knows about this ledge, so he is very familiar, and the other bird is not cackling or defensive of it, so these two birds know each other really well. And we're excited about it. Now, a few years ago, we had one that the male was living behind the little ladder. Every night he'd sleep there. But this is different head markings from what I'm used to seeing. But the bird does know how to operate around this building and which ledge is the food ledge. And there's no scolding or interaction between the two, so they know each other. Alrighty. Might be coming back in. Sailing around the building. Went up behind the ladder. This is the resident male is back. This is his spot. If I can get over here. And he went up here. There he is. Just kind of peeking out here. Forklift went by and spooked him. And there he is. So that's our male. That's his hiding spot. He's been here for several years. This was the spot he always had. And the female spot is over behind the ladder. Look at this guy getting all tucked in there. The male is back and landed in his favorite spot. Well, maybe we'll see him sail out of here. Just kind of crouching down a little bit. Like I say, a forklift came around the corner and kind of spooked him, so he flew off the ledge and then sailed up here. What a good looking bird. There you go. All tucked in there in his secret spot. Oh yeah. It's kind of peeking out now. Making sure everything's just perfect with his favorite spot. We're certainly glad that he came back and joined back up with the female here. There it goes, sails off the building. There's our Peregrine, landed up here on the ledge. Just peeking out. Well, he didn't land on the silver stripe. He's right next to it. You can see him there. There we go. And he's got plenty of room. Feels secure there. Walking along the ledge here, checking everything out. Oh yeah. It is very interesting. Different behavior. But he's smaller. So he's 1/3 smaller than the female, and he can get in on these ledges. Oh yeah, he's checking everything out. He's having a good time here. Maybe we'll catch him sailing off of here. He's working his way towards the corner of the building now. There he is, peeking out. Oh, there he goes, sailing off again. Now he's landed over here between the two chocolate stripes. I'll back off so you can see where it's at. There's two stripes there, that's where they perch, right on the top, the resident female. This is the male who's back in the area. He goes behind the ladder, and then now he's over here. He's been flying to several places on the building, checking everything out, making sure everything's back to where he remembers it. So, because he camped out on here for a couple years in a row during the winter. Then of course they disappear and go nest. We don't know where, but he's back here now for the winter. So, but he's having a good time checking everything out. Flying over here and sailing over there. He fits up there pretty good. Well, we'll watch him for a little bit. I heard him cuss a crow a little bit. Relieved himself, he might fly now. Alright, he's really looking. I think he wants to take off here. Let's see what he's up to. There he goes. I'm going to sail back to that roll-up door, I think. Oh, yeah, just touching going on the building now. Circling back and forth, getting an updraft. Alright. Coming back in now. See what he's up to here. He's just kind of circling around there. Ah, landed up here now. That's where he's supposed to land, top of that stripe. Oh yeah, he's just checking everything out. He's kind of having fun today. He's back and making sure all the perches are squared away and as he remembers them. This is our Tearsole, little male. Finally showed up back here. Like I say, the resident female's on her regular perch again. Oh yeah, he fits in there really good. Got a little fuzzy feather on his head. He's been just checking everything out, landing on the ledges and walking along the edge of the building. Just checking everything out. Checking up on his territory here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's going to preen up now. Still working those feathers. Alright, scratching up. Looks like he may want to preen up a little bit. Getting his foot all squared away. And he's happy to be back at the Boeing Aerospace building. Reunited with the female. If all goes like the past years, they'll sleep on this building and winter out here all winter. He's got his little spot behind the ladder, and she's got one on top of the chocolate stripes. They'll sleep on the building every night and hunt from here. We're just glad they're both back. Oh yeah, scratching up. This is our little Tearsole. The male's finally back. He checked out all his favorite perches. And I said, well, I'll clean up a little bit here. She's still over on her perch. Oh yeah. Let's see. He's going to get around here and get some of these feathers preened up. There he goes. Got that foot up. Got good color in his feet too. Good looking, healthy bird. Oh yeah. I was going to do the breast feathers a little bit. What you call a happy camper here. I don't know why I just won him. She showed up in August, so it's October now. It's the first time I've seen him here. I've been coming about every day, so anyway, he is here, and they're both happy about it. There he goes, preening up a little bit. I got some of those feathers they blew over here, those striped ones. I had a few of those. They're great feathers. And I got a couple of tail feathers too. They're getting under the wing. Look at that. Reaching around that way. Yeah, he's going to do a makeover here. Oh yeah. Finishing up the preening. Doing a fine job. I haven't heard any communication between them. He made a little noise at a crow that flew by, but his main goal was checking out every perch, check out where the food is stashed on the roll-up door and his perch, and went for a walk under the little ledge. So he's got everything checked out now, and he's happy. So he's glad to be back. And we're happy to have him back. 2 peregrines is better than 1 for bird watching. Oh yeah. Working on that wing again. Alright, well we'll see what else is in the area. Well, there's a female peregrine. She came off her favorite perch. She went up on the ladder here and is preening up. And the male, he's taken off, went hunting, so we're keeping an eye out for him, and we're just kind of watching her right now. There she is. Hold some of her breast feathers. She likes those plastic caps on that end caps. Makes a good perch for her. Very comfortable on her feet. This is the highest spot on her building. She wants to look around in every direction. She sits up here. She might be looking for him. We expect him to come sailing through here any minute. He checked out all the perches on the building and got everything all squared away, and now he's off hunting somewhere. So we'll just keep an eye on her. She's sat in her little perch just below the top of the roof here on this ladder, and to the back side she's got a little spot. She kind of sits in there and overlooks the little pond, so we'll see what she's up to. Oh, she's looking up in the air. He may be coming back. She's bobbing her head a little bit. She saw something up high. Of course, with her binocular vision, she can see 8 times what I can see. It's looking through 8 times with the binocular. So anything goes over the top, she can see. Oh yeah, there she goes. I think she's going to take off here. Look at that. Those wings out. Look at her. She sees something here. Oh yeah, got them spread out now. There she goes. All right. She's flying over the pond now. What a great flyer. Look at that. Oh yeah, still eating on it, having a good time. There you go, got her wings flopped out there. Yeah, it's like 2 wings. She's ate all the breast off, and she might want to stash this up on top of the building or on the roll-up door. Kind of hard to manage there. She's just finishing it up. what they'll do, they'll kill something like a duck and it's too heavy for them to haul all the way back, so they'll eat on it where they've killed it for a couple days, and then after they got it pretty well eaten, then they'll go bring what's left back like this. It doesn't weigh hardly anything now, and she's just finishing it up. Oh, now you can see what's left. She's got pretty well plucked. I think that's one of the breast feathers, or breastbone there, and the wing. Yeah, that's definitely a duck, I think. The size of that wing. Oh yeah, she'd been eating out for a couple of days, ate up all the breast. Now she's just eating what's left, the wings. Just getting a few last tidbits off of that. So she obviously had this duck stashed. That was one of her kills, and hung out on the building and digested. And now there she goes, flying over there a little bit. Got it sitting on top of there. She's all proud of herself. Got her kill. Whoa, draped over the top now. Look at that. I thought it was going to fall off of there. Going to clean up her beak a little bit. So she's all happy. She can see by the size of her crop she's had plenty, and got her kill up here all safe and sound, and she can kind of take it easy now. Now she's going to clean up that beak. She's a happy camper now. Oh yeah. There you go. Checking out her feet and her talons. Look at that blue sky. Absolutely wonderful. I'm going to turn around this way now. A good looking Peregrine Falcon. My goodness. I think she's looking for the mate. She's right on one of the poles, light poles, down by the Boeing Aerospace building. And hopefully we'll get her calling again. She's not far from where she goes to take her bath, so she was on the corner of the building calling, and she sailed over here and she was calling, and then now we're waiting to see if she's going to go take her bath. But definitely making the E-chirp noise. Like, there you go. They do that when they hand off food, and that's their mating call also. So she's looking for her mate. He must be back in the area. How interesting is that? But this pair will winter out on the Boeing Aerospace building. They do that every winter. Where they nest in the spring, we don't know. They go away, and after nesting season, they come back here. But this is the female. We can tell by how her markings are on her head. The male, his is more like just a football helmet. His white stripe doesn't go too far up by the eye, so. Anyway, she's giving us a pretty good show today, and we're glad to find her. We're going to keep a close eye on her, and if she goes over and takes a bath, well, we'll go over and try to get a video of that. Oh yeah, we'll get a little close-up on her now. Look at that eye. Isn't that fantastic? Oh yeah, she's looking every which way. She's trying to locate that mate. She must have seen him fly by, and she's been calling. Look at those big eyes, and a beautiful yellow around her cere. Look at that. What a magnificent bird. We get excited every time we find them. This is really a hot spot to find the peregrine. Almost every time we come down here at the Boeing Aerospace building by the pond right there in Kent, Washington. They sleep on the building every night. They hang out in the area, and we usually get a good video. Look at that. There she is. Keeping a close watch on this gal. You can see the winds pick up. Oh, there she goes. Well, we moved over to this location, a little bit different angle. She looks content. Enjoying the afternoon sunshine. And we're enjoying watching her. I haven't seen much prey in the area. There's a lot of ducks on the west side of the Green River. She hunts over there. But she may have already got fed enough today and is just kind of taking it easy. We're more interested in her calls. She's making some good calls earlier. And we're hoping to record that again. She's over here by our favorite bathing spot now. This is just a big cleared field right down by the Boeing Aerospace, and she can see a long ways away, and the water's right there in the middle. But she's so used to seeing my car that we don't make her nervous at all. I got the camera set on my window mount, and I'm shooting from the car, and she's just sitting there checking everything out in the area. See if I can zoom in a little closer. There we are. Really get some detail on her eye and her feathers now. Beautiful gray on the back there and the bars on her chest. She's really got her head going now. Let's see what she's up to. Checking something out here. She sees something. Oh yeah, she's moving her head around. She's looking around, getting ready to take her bath. Oh, she's going to scratch a little bit. Look how yellow her feet are. She's in good health. A healthy looking peregrine. How big and bright those eyes are. Well, they're a joy to watch. We come down to this area, we usually get lucky and can find them. Today we actually saw her on the building, then on the pole, and flew over here. We're all excited about it. Oh yeah, she's going to preen up a little bit here. Look at that. Yeah, she's getting her feathers preened up. She does a lot of bathing in this place also. When she gets done, she hops back up on this rock and dries off. So she decided to scratch up a little bit and preen. Just enjoying the sunshine on her rock. She'll hang out here till she decides to take a bath. She surveys everything in the area. Now there's our peregrine falcon in the water, thinking about taking a bath. She waded out to where it's halfway deep. She was on her favorite light pole. There she got a little drink. And I think she's wanting to take a bath. And I want to make a movie of it. Oh yeah, she's bobbing in there now. Let's see what happens here. Scratching up a little bit. She roosts every night on the Boeing Aerospace building. And oh yeah, look at her bathe now, bobbing around a little bit. Having a good time. Yeah, she obviously had caught something to eat earlier a little bit. She was on her light pole, and I'd made a small move in. Oh yeah, look at her bobbing and splashing now. And she decided to fly down here and take a bath. I'm all excited about it. I've been filming the Peregrine Falcon here at the Boeing Aerospace building for a few years. I've never caught her bathing. I actually got fairly close now, so we're having filtered light. This should come in very good. See that big eye she's got there, and she's actually used to people. Where she roosts, they're working around there with road equipment and digging, and the noise doesn't seem to bother her. So, oh yeah, she works really well with the people. I'm actually shooting from my car window. I have a window mount from my camcorder. So the car serves as a blind. I can get fairly close, and I've got it clamped to the window, and she's here just taking a little bath, looking around. Actually, she's making a very good movie for us. She's not really getting into the bath vigorously, but she is bathing. Yeah, she's fluffing around a little bit. This is the female. We're still waiting for the male to return here. He winters out here too, but he's late this year, so we are a little bit concerned about that. There she's getting another little drink. Maybe she'll bob in the water again. They like to stay cleaned up because they're a raptor. They eat meat, and blood is a contaminant, so they need to stay fastidious and clean. So it helps keep down on the diseases. Well, I think we're going to call that good then. We got a pretty good movie here of her, and doesn't look like she's going to get really into her bath too much. Just a little cleanup. So we'll call that good then, and enjoy the video. Oh yeah, look at her stretch. What a great looking bird. Oh yeah, showing us those wings. What a beautiful bird. Yep. Getting their feathers in shape, just kind of sitting up here. Oh yeah, she's going to preen up them feathers now. You like it when they preen. There we go, get a little closer there. You can see she's molding her tail feathers, they're coming in. That's why they got different lengths on them. Oh yeah, she's just going to preen up here and do a little makeover. Getting under her wing now. Yeah, this is her bath area. And she's got to preen up them feathers now that she's had her little bath. Oh, look at the size of them feet. Oh yeah. Big feet for catching prey. The things they hunt are so much bigger than they are a lot of times, like a duck, and those are her weapons. Oh yeah. Back off just a little bit. There we are. She's just preening up here. There's a lot of little prey birds in the area. Many starlings and juncos. So she can sit up here and preen up her feathers, and any opportunity, if a bird gets too close, she'll fly out and get it. Oh yeah, she's going to do her breast feathers now. Finishing up. How long them wings are they? Almost to the very tip of her tail when she's got them all folded back. They got that beautiful gray feathers on the back. And those distinct bars on the feathers on her chest. Really a good looking bird. It's one of my favorite falcons. They're just so handsomely colored there. And of course being very fast. Well, we discovered this bathing spot of hers a while back, and we checked it out, and when we were going by a day, happened to see her on the pole, so we pulled in and got set up. She usually bathes about the same time of day. Every day she gets cleaned up, comes up here, and then gets up on the pole or the rock and dries off. She's fairly used to my car now, so she doesn't get too excited when I try driving up on her. She recognizes it and is not too much concerned about it. But on that perch she's on, she needs a cap on that pipe. It's a PVC pipe. She's right on the edge. I may just go ahead and buy a cap for that and put it on there. Oh, she's getting her tail now. Look at that. See how beautiful that tail is? My goodness. Like I said before, you can see some are different lengths. That's because they're growing in. She's molting now, see? Each year they molt and change their feathers. That's what she's doing. We're hoping to see the male again. He's in the area too. She likes calling and chirping to him, and oh, she's looking straight over here again, seeing if I'm still here. Alright, she's getting under her wing. There you can see how long it is again. Like I say, they have very, very long wings. And they're very aerodynamic. They can dive at 275 miles an hour. It's supposed to be the fastest creature on the planet. Peregrine Falcon. Oh, she's doing a real makeover here, getting all preened up. Checking me out here. I'm going to see if I can get closer now. You can see there's no cap on that pipe. That's going to be kind of hard on her feet, but I'll see if I can buy me a cap for that and put it on there for her. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There she is looking around. Look at that, would you? We're up close now. What a beautiful bird. Look at that. You can even see the little cones in her nostrils for breaking up the airflow when she's in a high-speed dive. What an amazing creature. Oh, yeah. And now she's in the molt. She's getting her new tail feathers and primary feathers. See that dark eye and the yellow around there? It's a very attractive bird. Back up just a little bit. There we go. See the dark eyes, and most falcons have dark eyes. That's one of the identifying markings. And they also have that notch in the beak, right in the middle. And usually a lot of them have that stripe too, called the mylar stripe. We're happy to find her. We're getting some good close-ups and everything. I think she's thinking about maybe flying here. There she goes. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Stretching out here. Look at her crop. She's well fed now. She had some good meal, and there she's sinking. Well, maybe there she goes. All right. Well, there's our Peregrine Falcon. Back on the Boeing ledge here, Aerospace building. And I think this may be the female. I got to get a good look at her head, the markings on her head. She's looking straight at me now. And I see a little white coming up under her eye, and usually that's the female. And the male has a darker cap, looks more like a football helmet, comes all the way down. So he's kind of looking here, taking it easy, and it's about 4 in the afternoon. From 3:30 to 4 is when they usually come back to the building here. They're done hunting, and that's when they hang around here. So we're lucky to get a good view. I'll try to come in a little more on it. There we go. She's just kind of looking around. Yeah, that's her. I can see the stripe now. So he's off hunting somewhere. And I think this is her. Yep, she's looking all over the place. There's a few little birds soaring by, and she's watching them. So we'll keep an eye on her. Good looking bird. Now they disappear every spring. They go over the hill here to the salt water, and we don't know where they nest. As soon as they're done, they're back here for all winter again. So we enjoy watching them every winter here. But again, we're at the Boeing Aerospace building down in Kent, Washington, just a little ways from the KOA campground. There's our Peregrine. Everybody's in their proper place today. Right on top of the light poles, right on the cap. Checking around the area and looking for something to catch for breakfast here. So the red-shouldered hawk about 20-30 minutes ago down by the Green River Natural Resource Area. Right there by the FedEx Delivery Center, across from the Pet Adoption Center, which has that heron rookery right in the back there in Kent, Washington. Down by the Boeing Aerospace area. That's where we're at. This is one of the Peregrines that sleep on the Boeing Aerospace building every night. Oh, looking around here trying to find something to catch. Anyway, we're all excited about it. We have a regular run here and down about every day and try to find the birds. Lucky today we found the peregrine, and we also saw the red-shouldered hawk over there by the Green River Natural Resource Area. Alright. We'll see if we can locate one of the other ones. Zoomed in now. Get a close-up of her. Oh yeah, look at that color on them eyes. My goodness. Back off just a tiny bit. There you go. See all that yellow around their eyes and their cere? Peregrine falcon is one of the prettiest birds of prey we got. Look at them dark eyes. Nice gray color on the back. They got a notch in her beak, if you can see that. That's for severing the spinal cord of the prey. They bite them on the neck, and that's what they snap that vertebrae with. That notch, extra notch in the beak there. Oh yeah, she's enjoying it here. Look at that. Oh, wonderful markings. The white around her throat there and the stripe under her eye, the black mark there. My goodness. A very healthy, good looking bird. Alright then. Now here's our peregrine falcon. She's came down here for a bath. Walking along here. Oh yeah, she's got the running water. Getting herself a little drink there. Thinking she might take a bath. Oh yeah, she's gonna have a little bath here. Try to hold this steady. Getting good color on her cheeks here. Zoomed in pretty good. The wind's blowing pretty good, so maybe she's gonna break down and take a bath here. She's in the middle of a field here, so she seems to be enjoying that. We're all excited about it. Just kind of looking around here. There she is. Got these wonderful markings. This is the female. We can tell by the way the stripe comes up under her eye. The male has an all black cap like a baseball, like a football helmet. And there she's bobbing a little bit. She's definitely thinking about maybe she wants to have a bath. We're all excited about making a movie of it. There she's getting a little drink again. Walking around here. Let's see where she's going to go here. There she is. She was on the light pole earlier. Oh yeah, she bobbed her butt down a little bit. She wants to have a bath. Well, they're a bird of prey and they get blood on their talons and their beak, so they got to stay clean, you know. Blood can be contaminating, so that's why they keep very clean, very fastidious. After they bathe, after they eat, they usually bathe, so that's why she's here. Cuts down on disease, good healthy process. Oh, the lighting is coming in good. I'm impressed with this now. It's looking pretty good. wind is blowing that water there, putting little ripples on it. Oh yeah. She's got a good spot for bathing. And she's going out a little deeper, I think. Follow her along here, see what she's up to. Oh yeah. Trying to select the proper spot. There she gets another drink. Oh yeah. I think we'll call that good then. Well, there's our Peregrine Falcon. We're down by the Boeing Aerospace building, and she just got done having her bath. And she's sitting on top of a perch here, which is a traffic cone on top of a pole, drying off and roasting. We're going to keep an eye on her here. She was on the building earlier. Oh, she's bobbing her head. Looks like she... Oh, yeah, there she goes. Look at that. We'll keep an eye on her, see where she heads. She's going in a big circle here. There she is, having a little snack. I'll try to see what it is. Judging from the size of the feathers, this may be a pigeon. There's one feather hanging over the edge. Yeah, I think we probably got a pigeon here. She's thoroughly enjoying it. Had a little rain last night, well, quite a bit actually, so she's stays dry, staying up on her perch there in the building. Well, looks like she got the heart that time. But she stays dry. She's got that spot on this building. And she always catches prey fairly easy here by the Boeing Aerospace pond. A lot of birds, a lot of activity here, and she can sail off here and catch them. I do see a lot of pigeon feathers around. So she gets several of those. And she also catches a lot of ducks. So that's she takes them up on her ledge, has a little roll-up door, just a perfect ledge for her, and she eats those there. But here she is having a good feast on a pigeon. Anyway, judging from her crop, she'd been eating a little bit. We'll just see what goes on here. I like our lighting. We have filtered light today. It's overcast. And she's in a good position here right on the edge where we can see all around yellow around her eyes and her cere and all the beautiful markings on her thighs, the stripes. Very attractive bird. Peregrine falcon is a good looking bird. One of the prized birds for falconry because they get used to people really well and they're a high performance. Great hunters who go up way down high in the sky and dive bomb down on the prey, and with the help of man and dog springing the prey, they get great success in hunting. So they've been used for falconry for thousands of years now. Oh yeah. Well, there you go. Oh yeah, see, she's getting a big bite this time. Yeah, it looks to be about the size of a pigeon leg stuck up there, so that's what the prey was for today. She's having a great snack. Be interesting to see if she takes this and sails down and stashes it on her ledge. Any leftovers, that's usually what she does. Well, we're in position if she decides to do that. Now, she relieved herself. Now they usually fly, so she's kind of looking over here and she's full, so she may be thinking about stashing the carcass. We'll keep an eye on her and see what happens. Bobbing her head a little bit there, trying to make a decision. Yeah, she's got in her foot. She's going to probably sail off here now and take it to her other spot where she'll cache it. She don't want any of the crows yet. Okay, there she goes. Yep, she's coming over here now. She'll come back to her roll-up door. That's right here. what she's gonna maybe take off here a little bit. Let's see what goes on here. There she is. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think she's. Come in a little more. There she is. Yeah, she's kind of looking up now. Well, maybe I need to be on my higher perch. I hear some crows, and I'll sail off of here. We don't know what they think. We're just having fun. Alright, looks pretty good. There she goes. Look at that. And there she goes, flying around to her high perch. Sailing over towards the pond. She's got a full crop. Coming back in here and see if she lands. Circling around now. There she goes. That's how she gets on her perch, see? She was up on top eating. And here she is. She just landed. Sure. Well, we'll see what she's up to. She sure likes this building, I'll tell you that. She knows every little nook and cranny. She's got her favorite spots. Oh yeah. Now she's cleaning her beak. See, she reaches up there and can clean. Look how much headroom she's got up behind there. This is the perfect spot for her. Keeps her protected against horned owls and other things. She can sleep up there and stay out of the rain. Oh yeah, she's well protected there. Well, no wonder she hangs out here. It's a great spot for her. Absolutely. Oh yeah. There she goes, finishing up that preening session. Oh yeah. Getting those secondary feathers and her breast feathers and everything all squared away. Well, we like to catch her with working on her feathers. I hear one of the little birds over there in the berry patch hollering. She's heard him too, so. There's a lot of starlings in there. They chase them too and catch them. They're good at catching the starlings. Oh yeah, I'm going to reach around here and do that wing again. There goes another feather. I wish it'd blow over here. Peregrine Falcon preening up at the Boeing Aerospace building. Looking good. Well, she hears some of the equipment moving around. It's a forklift right below her. She's going to try to drop one on his head there. That's what she thinks of that. Yeah, she put her foot up. Oh yeah. Yeah, she missed him. Now they're opening up the door. That's all that racket. But you can see how she puts up with all this noise. She's totally used to it. People driving by, forklifts, squeaky doors. Nothing bothers this Peregrine. This is the Boeing Aerospace Peregrine, the resident. Winter's out here every year for several years now. He looks down, seeing what he's up to. Can't you be a little quiet? We do have very good lighting. We have the indirect lighting, and in the shadow of the building it's a clear day, but we don't have any light glaring off from either side of the lens, so it's coming in really good. Busy girl looking down. Make sure she knows everything's going on below her. I know the big door is going up now. She hears that going up. She can't actually see it, but you can hear it and maybe feel the vibration. So there's a forklift going in. Well, she's just checking it out. Look at her. We'll just see how relaxed she is. Well, she's watching the trucks go by and the people. Yeah, Boeing's got something going on here at the building today, so we'll just see. Oh, there dropped something in there. It made a racket. She heard that. She may fly out of here. She may have to give this one up and go fly over to the other side where it's a little quieter. We'll see how much tolerance she has here. Oh yeah. Bobbing her head a little bit. She may want to relocate. Oh yeah, there she goes. She says that's too noisy for me. Sailing around the other side. Oh yeah. They're scratching up a little bit. Kestrels are over in the field, two of them hunting now. She was kind of watching them earlier. And they like to come by here and land up on the ladder and dive bomb her a little bit. She's showing off all her markings now. Look up there on her neck, the little spots and everything. She's looking good. Doesn't appear to have a full crop though. She's probably not hungry from yesterday's meal. She'll head out later. Our lighting is looking good. She's working on that leg. Getting the feathers all squared away here. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's surveys her area. She doesn't miss a thing around here. Oh yeah, doing her shoulder now. With her eyelid closed. Time to get all made over here. Still nice and cool. She likes that. Yawning a little bit. Now she's going to get back there on them wing feathers. Look at all those beautiful bars and stripes on her breast feathers and her wing and her secondaries there. Very interesting markings. How yellow her feet are. My goodness. There you can see. Now it's coming around this side. Oh, we'll learn all about birds preening here. The peregrine. Now she's got those little spots up there under her neck. I'm seeing all her markings today because the lighting is just perfect. Oh yeah. That nice cheek stripe under her eye there. She's keeping an eye out for them kestrels, so they come in here bugging her and dive bombing her a little bit. They're over there hunting grasshoppers right now, a pair of kestrels. They come by the building on a regular basis. There we go, she's still working on it. A busy gal this morning, isn't getting those. I got a couple of those feathers as souvenirs. Wind blew them over here and I got those striped ones. I'm still looking for a couple of tail feathers, deck feathers, and some wing feathers. Well, the peregrine's on her perch and here's the kestrel on top of the ladder. His buddy was there also, and they were kind of dive bombing down where her perch is, so they know she's there. So I'll keep an eye on him for a little bit and then we'll see if the other one comes back. But the kestrels do know about the peregrine on her perch. And look how he's all proud of himself because he's harassing the peregrine falcon today. Alright. We'll keep an eye on him, see what's going on here. We just showed up and the peregrine, like I say, is on her perch, just kind of kicked back. I'll kind of back off a little bit. We'll come down there on her perch. And I think she's right over there. There she is. don't know if she's got a full crop today, but she's just kind of sitting here. I hear some more ducks over there on the pond. Oh yeah, there she is. She's just taking it easy. She's not concerned about the kestrel. But they definitely know she's here. Yeah, she's looking over here, checking things out. Now she's scratching up a little bit. So we'll see what's up here. Yeah, looks like she's going to preen up. This is our Boeing Raptor down in Kent, Washington. The Boeing Aerospace building right next to the Boeing Aerospace pond. She's been wintering out here for many years now. And it's a great spot for bird watching the pond. And this is a bonus to find her about every time we come down here. And there she's preening up. Saw kingfisher earlier on the pond. And of course numerous ducks and geese come in. But this is our resident peregrine falcon on her favorite perch. Just preening up a little bit. These are the ones used for falconry for many years. The peregrine falcon is the fastest creature on the planet Earth. They like high buildings, and in fact they used to nest on the castles over in Europe. The high rocky castles, and of course they've been training them and using them for hunting for falconry for many, many years. It's a prized bird. They tame down very easily. You can see how used to people this one's got in the building and all the noises. So they're a great bird. Works very good with man and dog for hunting. We'll back off and let you see what kind of environment she has here. She's right at the top of that stripe, see? I'll back off a little bit. There you go. I'm using a Canon SX50. It's a great little camera. Got a great zoom on it. Very powerful. And it's high definition. We're coming back in now. And there she is. Got the foot up, watching everything that's going on in her whole area here. Well, we're going to walk around the pond, see what else we can find, and we'll let her have a little break here. Look at her head going. She sees things moving. I don't think she's got a full crop, but sometimes she's waiting to do her casting first. That would be that little pellet of fur and bones that's undigestible and feathers. And once she casts that pellet up, then she'll go get something to eat. Alrighty. Yeah, she's thoroughly enjoying this meal. Look at that. It's up on her favorite perch here, and she can stash her food. This is where she caches it. And now she's just having a good snack. Well, hearing the other birds calling now, they kind of settled down, and ducks are happy. I'm sure they see that she's got something to eat so they can relax a little bit, knowing they're not going to be on the menu today. She just flat tearing into it. We checked on the eagles too. They're getting close to 16 weeks old. They're flying around just like the adults. So they're at the end of James Street in Kent. So not far from here. So we check on both. But now we really got a show here. Peregrine falcon chowing down. Oh yeah, she's enjoying her food. She'll eat as much as she can and then go sit on her perch the rest of the day. They don't waste a lot of energy, and they don't kill only when they're hungry, so they're not out here just picking off birds for the heck of it. They're not hungry, they don't hunt. And when they get something this size, they eat on it for a couple of days. They don't waste it. Yep. Fastest creature on the planet, Peregrine falcon. I think the highest speed in the dive was 275 miles an hour. That's pretty fast. I like it when she looks over here and says, "Oh, that's just that guy again." Yeah, you just go to the KOA campground, Camp Washington, straight out of their parking lot. And that's 59 placed, I think, and go all the way down to 204th and south and turn in. It's right there on the curb is the pond, and this is where all this activity is. Great spot. We really like it. There you see some feathers coming up. She's rolling it over now. She's working on it. Oh yeah, she's eating well there, doing good. She's in it really good now. She's just picking off chunks and eating, having a good time. I've actually seen duck kills from peregrines, and man, that's a good sized prey, and they will eat on that several days. I saw this one here just fly off of this ledge once and chase a duck and just closed the gap from behind, just locked her talons on and went down in the field. The duck couldn't outfly her, and she just kept closing that gap, got close, and just reached out with her talons and said, "Nope, you're mine," and turned and went down in the field and dispatched it, and that's where she ate. She ate on that for several days. There you go. Boeing Aerospace Peregrine eating. Absolutely having it. There's a good chunk. Let's watch that. See if she gets that now. Yep. There you go. There's a good sized chunk. We'll see how she operates with that. Hooks it in her talons, tears it up little smaller pieces, and there you go. We like to watch them eat, that's for sure. There we go, going for another big piece. Oh yeah. I've been looking around watching a few of the ducks fly by now, and some of the geese. Oh yeah, I see. Now she's checking out, moving things around a little bit. Reposition. Alright. There, she's moving around. Look at that wing. That's a good sized wing. I still don't know exactly what kind of bird that is. That was a big wing. That looked bigger than a pigeon. It might have been a duck even. I don't know. That's something else. Now she turned around and gave us the backside. See how her wings cross? Peeking over here a little bit. Over her shoulder. Yeah, we're still watching you. Yeah, that was a good sized carcass. That might even been a duck. We don't know. There, she's tearing into it. Giving us a different profile here, a different angle. Well, we like that. Absolutely. Yeah, we may have us a duck meal up here. Well, they used to be known as the duck hawk, you know, the Peregrine Falcon, because they really a great hunter. That was their nickname, the duck hawk. When I grew up, and then of course they got more perfected, more knowledge, and now of course got three kinds of Peregrine Falcons or four, and you can tell them apart. So he's evolved more than the duck hawk, but he lives up to his name. They catch ducks on a regular basis, so there you go. Yeah, I like this angle. You can see our wings and tail are just about the same length. A very streamlined bird when they get into a dive. Get up to about 200 miles an hour and hit a duck. I've seen falcons hit pheasants too. That's quite a sight to see. Oh yeah, he's really having a good meal here. Yeah, kind of finishing up her little meal here, and she'll have plenty of leftovers from this big carcass. She is thoroughly enjoying it. Oh yeah. And it's a fresh carcass. It can't be more than a day or so old because it's good red meat yet. There you go. If it gets old and putrefied, she wouldn't eat it, but as long as it's fresh, she'll eat on it and try to finish it all. Take a few days. All this going on above head, a lot of people don't even know it. But hey, that's the way it is. She blends right in, got a good spot. My job to document it here. I enjoy it. I share it with many people all over the world. There, she's looking around. She heard a little noise, see? A little pop noise. A resident Peregrine Falcon. Eating right here at the Boeing Aerospace building in Kent, Washington. Alright. Now she's maneuvering around a little bit, changing positions again. Got her talons holding the bird down, stripping off big chunks of meat. Oh yeah. She's having a good feed here. Look at her work on that. How often do you get to see a falcon eating on their bird here? There you go. Let's see what she does with this. Down the hatch, huh? Look at a big bone. Maybe she can pull that out and just pull some meat off there. It's a little bit too big. There, she's stripping off some tendons and meat. There you go. We'll see what she does with this. Yeah. I see the flies. This camera is so powerful I can pick up the flies that come in there and bug her. They smell the food and they want to try to get some, see? Alright. Well, looks like she's preening up a little bit. We'll keep an eye on her, see how she does. A nice shady spot now out of the direct sun. She's preening up. Oh yeah. See those fine markings on her feathers and her. There she's getting that, preening up. Reaching around there, getting everything squared away now. Oh yeah. Pull those wing feathers through there, get everything all squared away. She decided to preen up a little bit, get squared away. Well, we like it when we see her preening. There's getting under the wing a little bit. It's been fairly hot. Now she's getting the primaries and secondary feathers all squared away. But she kind of took it easy most of the day. I think she's still full from eating on the duck the other day. Still finishing it off. Takes a few days to finish off the duck. And now she's probably got digested pretty good, and she decided, well, I'll just preen up a little bit. Oh yeah, getting a little more over here on this side. Still preening. Wind's still blowing. You can see the feather. Whoa, there's a gust. She looked around there. And again, she's on the north side of the building now. She's in the shade. It's too hot and sunny on the west side. So she's over on the north side, and this two perches here where she sleeps at night. These are her two favorite perches. There she goes. Wants to get all the feathers in tip-top shape now. Yeah, she's got a feather out of place. She might be molding that one. Wish that one would blow over here. I'd get it as a souvenir. Yeah, we got a feather ready to be dislodged here, looks like. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Might get lucky and get me a souvenir. Oh yeah, now she's going over on this side. Look at that. All right. Oh yeah. There she goes, finishing up that preening session. Oh yeah. Getting those secondary feathers and her breast feathers and everything all squared away. Well, we like to catch her with working on her feathers. I hear one of the little birds over there in the berry patch hollering. She's heard him too, so. There's a lot of starlings in there. They chase them too and catch them. They're good at catching the starlings. Oh yeah, I'm gonna reach around here and do that wing again. There goes another feather. I wish it'd blow over here. Peregrine Falcon preening up at the Boeing Aerospace building. Looking good. Well, she moved over to her ladder now. That's her other point for observation, and good spot to hunt from, good comfortable perch. She just got several spots on this building. She uses one for sleeping and roosting and out of the rain, into the sun when she wants sunshine. This is her high perch. So she can see 360 degrees all the way around here. She can watch the pond for ducks. You can see everything over in the field. She can see where that little field where she goes to take her bath. She can keep an eye on that spot too. So she can see everything in her area here. And plus any of the birds that come through, ospreys, bald eagles, whatever. Yep, she's on the hunt. Look at that, looking everywhere. There she is. She's turned around now. You see all the fine barred feathers on her chest there. It's kind of showing off, looking really good. See all her great markings. Well, the Peregrine Falcon's a very handsome bird. This female here, we enjoy every time we find her here. She's looking intent and listening to everything that moves too. She was on her perch over there on the out of the rain. Now she's flown up here, so judging from her crop, she could use a little snack, so she's on the hunt. Oh, I can hear some of the birds calling. She hears them too. She's a good-looking bird. We've seen her in action a few times. That's a sight to see, I'll tell you. Very fast. Oh yeah, she's listening to the birds now. Oh yeah, she's going to preen up a little bit. Let's get those feathers in tip-top shape. If a duck or anything, starling or any food item flies by, she can take out after it and catch it. She is fast. Alrighty. Call that good then. Alright. Well, he's going to preen up a little bit. Get himself all spruced up here on the pole. And all those feathers squared away. And we like it when we find them preening. I can't get over how beautiful this blue sky is. We got the perfect lighting now. We'll just watch him for a while. I don't know where she's at. She's probably up on the building. There, we got a good profile shot on him that time. Oh yeah, now he might do his tail for us. Oh, a stretch. Look at that, would you? My goodness, that's nice. We like that. I think it's stretched this way. Look at him stretch. Oh my, how beautiful that is. Well, how lucky can you get to get a shot like that? Peregrine Falcon checking everything out. Look at how alert he looks now. He's probably ready to take off. Well, he's going to put his foot up again. We certainly enjoyed that. He's watching that airplane again, that model airplane. All beautiful black and yellow around his eyes. Look at that. Alright. Look how big those feet are. Oh, now he's going to preen that tail. Look at that, would you? I like it when he cleans up like that. We're so lucky to have this spot here to watch these birds. You get blue sky like this, my goodness. Yeah, he's going to get all those feathers preened up, just showing off, just beautiful for us. We've been also following a red-shouldered hawk in the area. So we're just kind of making the rounds and found this guy sitting here. It looks like he's going to work on those feathers a little more and keep an eye on that model airplane. We drove by the Boeing Aerospace building looking for his mate, the female, but she wasn't up on there, so we'll go ahead and make the rounds here and see if she's down hunting ducks, maybe down by Peregrine Road South and 204th. That's just on the west side of the Green River. Oh, he's looking alert now. He's looking all over. I think he sees his mate there. Yeah, I think she flew over. She's dive bombing him. Or something's dive bombing. Might be some falcon. But that's what's going on. Oh, yeah, look at this one preen up. Got her foot up there. Nice color. It's a great day. We got beautiful blue sky today and we're finding the birds. Oh yeah, got preened up, got the leg out, just pretty relaxed. Well, it was kind of a really foggy morning and the birds were just kind of drying off, warming up, and now they're enjoying that intense sunshine and feeling that wonderful warmth of the sun and getting them feathers all preened up. We like coming down here. We call this the bird block. It's a wildlife area, wetland. We got ducks and starlings and everything a bird of prey would want. Every kind of food there is. And we get a chance to make good videos of them. We're lucky to find this peregrine in the tree here. This one's an adult. You can tell by the feathers. Good, healthy looking bird. Nice and yellow around the eyes and the cere and the feet. obviously getting all the vitamins and nutrients it needs. So, all right. Oh, just the preening up. Them feathers in shape. Yeah, this is the fastest creature on the planet, so you gotta have those feathers in tip-top shape. Peregrine Falcon. Oh yeah, doing the back between the feathers there and getting all preened up. I've been seeing several, without doing the tail, see? I've been seeing several birds of prey the last few days, so we're really lucked out. We like it when they preen. Oh yeah, look how big those feet are. My goodness. Kind of looking over here now, keeping an eye on me. Now doing the belly feathers. A complete makeover with the feathers here, getting everything squared away. Well, we like it when they preen. Well, there's our peregrine on the traffic cone. She's decided to preen up. Oh yeah, right at the regular bathing area. Looks like she's doing a little preening. We got filtered light today, we like that. We hear a lot of geese and stuff in the air. Just checking our spots, and here she is. I can hear some of the ducks and geese coming now. Oh, yellow her feet are, and around her eye. Beautiful creature. Now you can hear the geese coming. They're just a-calling. That prey is too big for this bird. She'll take ducks, but not geese. Let's see if I can do a close-up on this one. See what we can do here. There we go. Getting under her wing now. Look at the yellow around her eyes. Oh yeah, she's getting every feather tuned up here and squared away. Nice grooming job. She looks fairly dry. I don't know if she had her bath yet or not, but she's definitely preening up here. And this is traffic cones. They sit here a lot, and their puddle is right below them, a little water where they take their bath. Like a little gravel bed there, and the water stands and makes for a good bath. He certainly seems to be enjoying it. Alright. We'll keep a close eye on her. She looks fairly comfortable on that cone. Other perch on the Boeing Aerospace, they got some plastic caps on the ladder for the end of the pipes, and it makes an excellent perch. She likes sitting up there a lot. Just a short distance to sail over here and have her bath. Alright. We'll see if we can move up a little bit. Well, here's our Peregrine Falcon on the corner of the Boeing Aerospace building. She's looking around, checking everything out. Starting to get a little blue sky now. You can see her feathers blowing, it's a little breezy. This is the one that sleeps on the building every night. And there used to be a male for the past few years used to sleep behind the ladder, but we haven't seen him this year. And we thought he was here on a light pole earlier, and they were communicating and kind of interacting with each other. That was earlier this year. But we haven't seen him now for quite a while. Anyway, she's in her regular spot, and she chased a bald eagle out of the area, letting him know this is her territory. Pond's froze now, and there's a few ducks in the little opening, so we checked them out. Anyway, she's just looking around. I'll try to get a close-up here on her head. There you go. See the highlight in her eye there, and she's looking down at me. She watches everybody in there. It doesn't bother. They actually put up this warehouse building right behind me, the whole construction. And she never left her spot over here. She watched the whole thing, and they erected the whole thing from the ground up, so it didn't disturb her one bit. She likes this Boeing Aerospace building, and she's been here for many years. Winter's out here every winter. Then come nesting season, they disappear, and we haven't found out exactly where they go for that. Oh yeah, I'll back off a little bit again. There she is. A good breezy spot here on the corner. Oh yeah, well, she's going to stretch a little. Look at that, would you? That's pretty good. Got big feet. You can catch ducks, large prey. Very powerful bird. Peregrine Falcon. We're down in Kent, Washington. There she yawns. The Boeing Aerospace building. Alright. Let's see if we can locate another bird. Well, here's our Peregrine Falcon. He flew over on the light pole now. He was over here trying to correct the red tail. But he came over here and I got fairly close, so we're going to keep a little eye on him now and see what he's up to. We've got filtered light. And a little bit of a breeze now. But he was over there displaying or doing some aerial maneuvers around the female. He's came back from where he was. We've been waiting for him to show up here at the wintering spot, and he just showed up. First time we've seen him. We've been watching every day for a couple of weeks, and he's finally showed up here and was flying and buzzing her, and so they were getting along just fine, and we're happy to see that he's back. And he was dive bombing a red tail, and he sat up in the tree for a while and kept an eye on the ducks. And here he is. He came over on the light pole now. We've seen him on this pole before, but it's right by the pond, and you can see the ducks, and he's in the perfect spot for hunting. So we'll spend a little time here and see what he's up to. Good looking bird though. They've been here for several years. We're at the Boeing Aerospace facility in Kent, Washington. The road makes a curve and there's a pond there, and he's right on the light pole, right there at the end of the curve. We're at the 59 Place South and 62 Avenue South, Kent, Washington. That's exactly where he is. Alright. Well, we'll check him out.